It is my pleasure that today I will discuss about what is the mind and its potential, the power of the mind. It is said that if God is Almighty Authority, He is the omnipotent, then second one who is as powerful, almost equal as the God, that is our mind. Mind is next to God. So is the capacity, so is the power, so is the potential of this mind. But how does this mind works? What are different aspects, different dimensions in which this mind functions, and how does it works? It is well known fact. This is a medical science, modern medical science. Now, very little bit about this mind. Almost nothing. Almost 10 or 20%. That the latest data, if you see, that is quite what you got. That is not relevant. That says that only 10 to 20% of the mind. Not 20. It is almost 10%. We do utilize our 10% of the mind. The rest of the mind, it remains unused entire life. But there are certain persons, certain people, like Albert Einstein, Master Sir Isaac Newton, and there are some other certain personalities who had used it to its full potential. So this is the beauty of the mind. This is the potential of the mind. This is the power of the mind. In order to use it to its full potential, you must have to follow certain techniques, certain tips. There are so many tips. Which will go in detail in further due course of time. But first of all, what we have done in the past, whatever the thoughts we have given to this mind, that this mind has become like that. We have changed that, in whether it is intentionally or what you can say that by chance it has been trained. But this is today it behaves like that, whatever you have trained. So that the mind depends mostly upon the training, not on what you have done. There are two types of trainings. One is conscious training, and the another one is unconscious training. So that the transformation of the mind can take place through training. So we should give a particular training to the mind, then she can succeed. We can have the better result. We can make our future very better. So this is the potential. This is the power of this human mind. So there are certain techniques, there are certain tools that we must know in order to training ourselves. Today we are talking about reprogramming of the mind. As you know that the physical form of the brain, we can differentiate mind with the brain. Brain is something is like a hardware, as you see in computer. There's a one part that is software and another one is hardware. Our brain is like a hardware, and that the mind is like a what you call programmer. It's a part of software. It is software. So in order to train our mind, it is much better that we must have to reprogram the mind. Instead of focusing on this part of what to call this hardware, we should refer to on this software, that is that is subtle part. That is not a physical form. That is subtle part. To train the subtle part, we must train it on subtle level. On this level, we can't understand the mind properly. To understand the mind properly, you must be in that particular situation. That is important. That is much important. So that there are certain techniques, as I have already stated, there are certain techniques like that. NLP. I think you are well acquainted with this process. NLP means neuro linguistic programming. You can reprogram your mind through neuroscience as well as this languaging, because every computer has a particular language that don't understand English, French, or other language. It understands on the computer language. That is known as binary language. So, in order to understand the mechanism of the mind, it is quite important. You must be acquainted with this NLP. This is the better science. By practicing this science, you can make your life much better, as it has been in practice for many times. There are certain people doing hypnotic regressions. By hypnotic regression, even though you can do some reprogramming of the mind. First of all, what you have to understand, that is mind. Mind operates on two levels. One on conscious level, and second one is subconscious level. And the most powerful mind is our when it operates on subconscious level. You know that Titanic sank due to because that was struck with the iceberg, and it's like an iceberg that is 10% outside the sea, outside the water, and 90%, which is the huge potential, that is inside the water. We can't visualize, we can't see it through these naked eyes. So, in order to train our mind, we must go into our subconscious mind. The subconscious mind, it is sometimes it is also known. There are so many names. It is called sometimes female mind. Sometimes it is known as inner mind. But it is the same thing. Subconscious is much more powerful mind. In order to convey the message to our subconscious mind, there are certain rules and regulations. There are certain techniques that we must have to follow. Number one, first of all, the best method is that you must be in beta stage. Beta means when your mind having very few thoughts, very less thought. That is beta stage. In that stage, you can convey the message to your mind. Second one is hypnotic regression. By practicing hypnotic regression, hypnotism, through auto-suggestion or someone other what you call hypnotize you. In that situation, you can have access to this subconscious mind. Third one, conscious mind is like a barrier, because when you have to convey a message to this mind, to this subconscious, that is called pre-conscious barrier, and it opens only through time. When you go to bed in the night, when your conscious level at your conscious mind is going to sleep, that is the preconscious barrier. You have to avoid that barrier. You have to give suggestion to that time to this mind. Then we can get access to this mind. Third one is a visualization technique. You have to do visualization, because this mind doesn't understand the words. It works on the images or imagination. That is why it is said the imagination is much powerful than the knowledge. Thank you very much.